Hello, my name is Charlie Guerrero, and I'm here to talk to you guys about ageism. So, of course, to begin with, we must understand what is ageism? Well, it's when you discriminate someone based on age, of course. Just as the other isms, such as racism or sexism, is when you discriminate based on race and sex. And now, what does ageism look like? Well, it's us versus them dynamics. Um, Seeing old people as separate from the main group of the population, and not seeing them as part of us, and that perhaps if old people weren't here, things would be better. And excluding them from trends and ideas. This kind of ties back into the previous us versus them dynamic, thinking that he can't be doing that, he's too old. Old people can't wear that. And then, of course, there's compassionate ageism, which is likely the most common form of ageism, because it's not seen as malicious like the previous two. It's seeing them as deserving and needy. Like not every single old woman needs help crossing the street. Not every single old man has memory problems and can't speak. And so we must understand that old people are just as capable as most other people, and that we must treat them as such. So, what causes ageism? Of course, culture. Some cultures have less ageism because they have a different idea of how they approach their elders. Um, and the stereotypes, of course, which is influenced by culture. I'm sure many of you can think of various old people stereotypes. That they're blind, bad memory, can't walk, their knees always hurt. Now, these things cause, like the previous thing stated, a culture that could then create a area of ageism. And then humor. Humor is a very big one because humor is a powerful tool that influences thoughts and ideas and perception. And it's very common to make fun of old people. I mean, think about now, there's very current trends in which people say, okay, boomer. And movies such as Mr. Magoo, where a blind man is made fun of. And it's a very dangerous thing to do because it can cause a lot of pain to older people. And finally, world events such as COVID-19. So COVID-19 increased the rates of ageism, both benevolent and malicious, because it causes people to think, man, if only these old people weren't here, we wouldn't have to wear these masks. Or it caused people, oh, go hide up all your old people so they don't die of COVID-19. But we must understand that they are people and they are capable. So, what are the effects of ageism? Well, it affects lifelong learning because, again, of these stereotypes. Old people believe that learning is a young man's game, and that's simply not the case. You can learn all the way until the end of your life. And sadly, less old people are learning because of these negative stereotypes. And it reduces overall well being, and it does this in various ways. For one, doctors are less likely to treat old people because they see it as just a normal part of aging. They're less receptive towards their symptoms because you're just old. And of course, ageism in general causes stress, so that also reduces well being. And then feelings of not belonging, you know. I mean, imagine being a 65-year-old man trying to go to a skate park. I'm sure you would feel as if you don't belong. Or as an old man in a mall, or many other places, because of these stereotypes and cultures and humor that we apply to old people, and it affects them very negatively. Well, how can we be less ageist? Well, simply, you must understand that stereotypes don't apply to everyone. Things like memory loss, dementia, trouble moving, it does happen to people who age, but not every single person who ages has these problems. And the ones that do should have help, but we shouldn't be smothering them with what we believe old people should be doing and how they should be treated. And the golden rule, treat people how you would want to be treated. Old people are people, and treat them as such. So hopefully together we can all be less ageist and reduce the pain we cause to old people. Here are my references, and thank you very much.